Take a look at the clothes you usually buy. Today, we ordered 2 jackets online. One claimed to be made of goose down, so we cut it open. Another claimed to have 90% white duck down, and we cut that one open too. Let me show you these jackets that claim 3 times the warmth. Society is hopeless. This is supposed to be 90% goose down? My goodness, it's disgusting. Triple warmth, triple down, and they even wrote goose down on it. Is this supposed to be goose down? It's just stray fibers. Ugh, so gross. This woman is the founder of Youqi Down Jackets and runs a physical store. In her video, she exposed fake down jackets. The stray fibers she refers to are short single fibers that fall off during the down processing stage. These fibers resemble real down, and when mixed with down and stuffed into the shell, it's nearly impossible for consumers to tell the difference by appearance or touch. Another person online discovered the down jacket they've worn for years was also a fake.
Oh my gosh.
Someone commented, "Yours is dog hair. I've heard there are jackets stuffed with pig hair too." In the cold winter, a warm down jacket is essential. There are down jackets at all price points. The difference lies in the quality of materials. However, many are counterfeit. Recently, in Huzhou, Zhejiang, over 70,000 children's down jackets were found to contain 0 actual down and were even mixed with impurities like dog hair and pig hair. According to Chinese reports, a clothing factory in Zhili town, Huzhou, was live streaming sales of children's down jackets at prices far below market value. They shouted slogans like, "Not 998 yuan, not even 198 yuan, just 89 for a down jacket." These are suspected to be counterfeit products. On November 7th, the factory was found to have over 70,000 fake down jackets, valued at more than 7 million yuan. The tags claimed the jackets were 70% down, but professional testing revealed the actual down content was close to 0%. They were all substandard products. The company owner admitted they started making down jackets in July using shredded feathers to cut costs. An industry insider explained that raw material prices may have been unusually high this year. Besides using stray fibers and shredded feathers, some manufacturers added pig hair and dog hair to increase weight. However, mixing stray fibers into down products has been common for years. Typical tricks include labeling 50% down as 90% and adding impurities to boost weight. Fake down jackets also pose potential health risks. Here are a few key terms to help you understand down jackets. Structure. Down jackets typically consist of an outer fabric layer, a filling layer, and an inner lining. These layers collectively determine the jacket's warmth. Down. Soft feathers found on the bellies of ducks and geese. Goose down is superior to duck down. Fill power. The higher the loft or fluffiness, the better the quality. For instance, 450 fill power in 90% duck down is already warmer than silk or cotton. Down to feather ratio. Down jackets are a mix of down and small feathers. For example, 90% goose down means 90% of the filling is clusters of down, and the remaining 10% is feathers. Minimum standard. Jackets with less than 50% down cannot be called down jackets. Higher down ratios generally mean better warmth and higher prices. Fill weight. This is the total weight of the down filling. Higher fill weights mean better insulation. In a live demo, a vlogger bought a children's down jacket for just 60 yuan. It was labeled as 90% down. It turned out to be a fake, yet nearly 40,000 units had already been sold.
Let's open this up and see what's inside. The fabric feels okay. It's that kind of wrinkle-free material, but it's a bit thin. The zipper works, but it has a bit of a plastic feel. The label says it's a heat-retaining fabric, but it feels like plastic. The tag is also misleading. For the filling, it just says white duck down, but the proper labeling should specify the percentage of down clusters. And the safety category is listed as C, but anything worn close to the body should be B category.
The vlogger then opened up the jacket to check if it was truly filled with down.
Look at this. Can you see the down? It's all stray fibers. This is called stray fibers. It's made from shredded wings and feathers, essentially waste material. This hasn't been washed and is full of bacteria and pathogens. And you're calling this 50% down? Where's the 50% clusters? This should be 50% down clusters and 50% feathers. But there aren't any clusters here. None at all. It's all stray fibers. Just stray fibers.
He confronted the seller.
Tell me, would you let your own child wear this? Do you have any conscience? Do you have any moral bottom line? Do you realize you're making children's clothing? Children's clothing. You've already sold 35,000 of these. That means at least 35,000 children are wearing your harmful jacket. If even children's products are fake, it's inhumane. How can you earn money like this and not fear retribution? I know what you're thinking. You believe your own child doesn't wear this, right? But with people like you everywhere, do you think your child can avoid toxic toys, harmful shoes, or tainted food?
Another vlogger shared their experience of buying a supposed 90% duck-down jacket for just over 200 yuan. While it felt decent overall, when it was cut open, things didn't add up.
Look closely, friends. What's this? Is this down? Show me one large down cluster. See? It's all stray fibers, just shredded chicken and duck feathers.
They cut open another jacket and found no down clusters, only stray fibers. The vlogger remarked, "It seems the down jacket industry has deep problems. I hope everyone learns to tell real from fake, whether shopping online or offline, to avoid being scammed." Reports indicate that this year, the price of 90% white goose down is about 1,100 yuan per kilogram, up 30 to 40% from last year. To fill a jacket with 200 grams of goose down, the cost is already 220 yuan. Depending on the design, the cost of down accounts for 1/3 to half of the production cost. For a jacket with 200 grams of white duck down, the raw material is roughly 100 yuan. Other costs include fabric, processing, accessories, labor, and storage, with total production costs exceeding 300 yuan. Given additional factors like rent, shipping, return rates, and inventory risks for seasonal brands, unbranded down jackets typically carry a markup of 2 to 3 times production costs, while well-known brands charge even more. Industry insiders estimate that rising raw material costs this year have increased retail prices by 100 to several hundred yuan per jacket. Online, consumers shared their frustrations. "I bought a kid's jacket for 199 yuan that claimed to be down-filled, but it was all stray fibers. When I tried to contact the platform and seller, they were gone." This has nothing to do with brands or price. Fake is fake. Using inferior materials is still a scam. "I only buy branded down jackets now, or just stick to cotton. I can't trust no-name brands anymore." Good down jackets are too expensive, and the cheap ones are too fake. The counterfeiting of down jackets isn't even the worst issue. There's also the problem of black heart cotton. Many items in daily life are made with recycled materials, sold as what people refer to as black heart cotton. This refers to the use of banned or inferior materials as fillers. Whether it's low-grade cotton or waste materials, this black heart cotton is made by people with no moral integrity. Recent investigations have uncovered discrepancies in sanitary pad manufacturing in China. A blogger initially discovered that product packaging often overstates the actual length of sanitary pads. A media investigation tested 24 different brands. Findings revealed that only 2 brands matched their advertised length exactly. Most brands showed variations from their stated length. Manufacturers defended themselves by citing a national standard allowing for a 4% deviation. Beyond the length discrepancies, what's more concerning is the safety and quality problems. Women have experienced real, tangible discomforts during use. Looking at trending searches about sanitary pad issues reveals recurring problems like fluorescent agents and insect eggs. These problems appear almost yearly, even among major brands. These products have been found to contain things like cockroach legs, cigarette fillers, and unidentified hair. As a result, consumers have been purchasing imported sanitary products. The Japanese brand Goon has seen particularly high demand, with stores reporting that stock is quickly sold out. Customers often buy multiple boxes at a time. This situation has sparked broader discussions about product quality and manufacturing standards in the feminine hygiene market. Consumers appear to be expressing dissatisfaction with domestic products quality through their purchasing choices. The ongoing controversy reflects growing consumer awareness and expectations regarding product accuracy and safety. A video that circulated online earlier this year revealed disturbing information about sanitary pad manufacturing. A blogger investigated raw materials at a problematic manufacturing facility. They discovered the use of recycled fabric pulp and waste materials. The recycled fabric pulp was found to contain foreign objects like cockroach legs, cigarette fillers, and hair. The cost of raw materials for a truckload of low-quality sanitary pads was reportedly only 2,000 yuan. Laboratory experiments showed that bacterial cultures from these problematic pads were densely covered with microorganisms. Researchers warned that long-term use of such products could lead to gynecological diseases like vaginitis and pelvic inflammatory disease. One content creator commented on the severity of the issue, expressing shock at the potential health consequences of such low-quality products in direct contact with the body. They questioned how many years these products have been sold before being exposed and how many women might have been harmed. The author criticized the lack of oversight, suggesting that regulatory bodies seem more focused on minor infractions like parking violations than on serious health and safety issues. They implied that there might be systemic corruption preventing proper investigation of such malpractices. The commentary reflects broader concerns about product safety, manufacturing standards, and regulatory oversight in certain industries. Low-quality cotton products continue to be exposed. On November 14th this year, an unnamed factory in Pinghu City, Zhejiang Province, was found producing black market cotton quilts. Outside the factory, large quantities of recycled old quilt materials were piled up, appearing yellow and black, mixed with impurities and emitting a foul odor. The facility's environment was extremely unsanitary. Multiple machines inside the factory were processing these old quilts. After being processed through a cotton opening machine, the old cotton fibers were disassembled and then repackaged into new quilt covers, transforming them into seemingly fresh, fluffy bedding. A content creator in Foshan, Guangdong, conducted a live demonstration of a toxic mattress, revealing shocking details.
You'll know after you cut it open. Wow, it's still a double layer of hazardous cotton. Not just one layer, it's moist, red and green colored cotton, some medical waste, rotten clothes, scum. The smell is very strong and pungent. The old clothes he recycled and the medical waste were not washed at all, just mixed together, smashed, and then crushed into rotten straw. It comes from reed leaves and chemical bags, so there's no need to mention the dust and formaldehyde.
The content creator warned that such mattresses could be particularly harmful to children, potentially causing allergic rhinitis and skin allergies. Many parents may not realize that their children's unexplained health issues could be linked to these low-quality mattress materials. In 2001, there were reports that black heart cotton have made its way into student apartments, pads, hospitals, and the children's market. But the Chinese Communist Party has not effectively dealt with these problems. In 2009, it was discovered that there were more than 10 illegal cotton processing factories hidden in a village besides the national highway in Nanhai, Guangdong. Some of these factories have been operating locally for 8 years, processing bloody gauze from hospitals into white cotton. At another factory, workers all wore gas masks, and lint was flying in the air, mixed with a pungent smell. In the urban area of Guangzhou, a variety of these black heart cotton products are openly sold, including stuffed bears and pillow inserts. Because black heart cotton is easy to make, low in cost and high in profit, there are opportunities for corruption at every level, and so official supervision has been ineffective. In 2021, it was discovered at the new campus of Henan University of Traditional Chinese Medicine that a large number of bedding products made of black heart cotton were being sold on campus. Many of these products came from waste products from hospital patients and deceased persons in funeral homes. Because of its low price, black heart cotton is often sold to campuses, construction sites, low-end hotels, and other such places. After the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, it was revealed that the bedding used in some isolation hotels in Hubei was made of black cotton. When the pillows were opened, they were found to be filled with scraps. The situation in Hubei is just the tip of the iceberg. In addition to the black heart cotton, there are even poisonous clothes. Last year, Chinese media reported that clothes sampled from an online clothing factory in Shenzhen contained levels of benzidine that exceeded the national standard. The amount was 27 times higher. As soon as this news came out, many people were shocked. Benzidine contains an ingredient that can produce carcinogens. After the human body comes in contact with it for a long time, the body will absorb such ingredients through sweat. There was once a young mother who accidentally bought such poisonous clothes online. Within just 90 days, her body began to feel abnormal. Abnormalities such as chest tightness and dizziness often occurred. Afterwards, she went to the hospital for a checkup and was shocked that she had leukemia. When clothing is recycled in China, they're broken up and remade into new clothes, but the bacteria and viruses in the underwear produced this way seriously exceed the standard, which can easily lead to illness. Those who recycled old clothes often pretend to be charitable organizations, but are actually organizations with official backgrounds. What you need to understand here is why safety issues in China have continued to appear over the years but have not been addressed. Some people believe that it's mainly an institutional problem of the Chinese Communist Party. Mr. Li, an insider who has worked in China's government, said that China's regulatory agencies at all levels lack a proper mechanism to supervise goods related to people's safety. One method is spot checking. However, to avoid problems in the areas under their control, each shopping mall will be notified in advance to prepare. Each merchant will release some good products for on-site sampling inspection. Another method is to conduct random inspections on a regular basis, which mainly involves merchants sending samples to relevant departments for inspection. The samples are of good quality, and the samples are not returned. Essentially, this is a gift from the merchant to the official. The official would take the items back to their families to enjoy, essentially a form of bribery. As for people who are found to have problems and are punished, Mr. Li said that it's usually because these businesses are unwilling to spend money to bribe officials, or they have no backing in the officialdom. Some netizens said, "In the past 2 days, there have been sanitary napkins, shampoo, and now down jackets. Who should I believe in this world? What is true? Who can tell me what's reliable?" Another podcaster said, "More and more daily essentials have collapsed, but we can't live without food or clothing, so more and more people will choose to buy branded clothes, eat organic food, and use medical-grade items. But this might not be affordable for most people." Chinese expert Yue Shan said that poisonous food and daily necessities are emerging in China in an endless stream, not only because of institutional problems and official corruption, but also because of the moral decline of the entire society under the rule of the Communist Party. Without moral restraint, no move is off limits.